おはようございます。新共和国パイロットです。今日もマイクロソフトフライトシミュレーターの、公式集会に参加していきたいと思います。今日飛ぶところはヨルダンっていう国ですね。
Once again, folks, if you are on YouTube, you have an account, go ahead, click that link, hit the subscribe button, ring the bell, get all the notifications on, do all that standard YouTube stuff. Simflight Pro is a very great flight sim content creator, and we're thrilled to have on our fly-in today. All right, I think I'm ready to get going. Anyone ready to fly? Tom, Simflight Pro, ready to go?
湖ですね。
All right.
で、ペトラっていう古代遺跡を見に行くみたいです。ということで、ペトラっていうのはなんか公式のページでフリーの、シーナリーをちょっとおすすめされていたので入れてみました。出てくるかどうかちょっと確認しないんですけどね。うわ、持ち上がってる持ち上がってる。
Okay,
夜明けに設定してみましたよ。
Yeah, and then we got a Cirrus SR22 right there. All right, parking brake is off, full throttle again, and we're on the way. Community Fly-In Friday Jordan edition in recognition of yesterday's Jordan Independence Day. Oh, we got a purple business jet in front of me.
Yeah, I saw this.
All right, positive rate gear up. It's Laura Ziggy. And then look at all, oh, there's Peter taking off behind me. I got you in sight. I say, look at all these wonderful people all taking off just right behind me. See, Fizzy Hamster is here. Live weather, Peter?
As always.
Extra 145, continue for west departure.
So as you can see by the altimeter reading,
Amon Tower Extra 145, continue for west departure.
Let's go back to my POV for a second here, because Peter's in the clouds already. Very dense, large city. I'm not quite sure. Anyone offhand know what the population of Amman is? But you can see, just look at the number of buildings all around. Very, very dense city here in Jordan's capital.
結構霞んでますな。ライブウェザーです。時間は、今、夜だわ。夜なので、いじってます。
Oh, there you are, Peter. It's my 12 o'clock. Got you in sight.
あ、体調発見。
Yeah, 4500 sounds good. There's Allison's point of view.
Yep, just getting taken off.
Oh, I've got Hex the Legend in sight. 3 guesses what plane Hex is flying. Ogden says there's over 4 million people who live in Amman.
なんかちょっと近代的なフォールムの飛行機ですね。
No, no.
A hex cup.
A hex cup, yeah. And this is autogen scenery too. It actually looks really good for autogen.
どこじゃヨルダンの首都とかいうところかな。
We have not announced any plans for a sort of Middle East or Jordan world updates at
Extra
this point.
145, leaving my airspace frequency change approved.
This region of the world will get a world update. And yeah, Jordan.
Amon Tower Extra 145 frequency change.
Photogrammetry, if that's available at a future point. I'd love to see it. Micah Runco says, have you coming up on my 6, Allie?
Yep, I am. I'll stop fireballing it in a minute to catch you up. It's been a while since I've flown anything with a real glass cockpit. That's, or a single throttle.
Or the better. I mean, the single power level concept is pretty awesome, right? It's just everything in one. You don't need to worry about your prop speed, or your mixture. It's full payback. Everything is taken care of. You just set the amount of torque or the amount of power percentage.
You know, it's good for flight safety, in my opinion. Anything that takes away, brain power that the pilot would otherwise have to devote to managing systems is better for situational awareness and just better flying overall.
Scenery out here is amazing in the Middle East. Absolutely amazing, especially this bit. As you come out over Oman and out over the Dead Sea.
So I've never been to Jordan in real life before. In the Middle East, whoa, what's that happening on Peter's screen? Got some aerobatics.
Mahama Blend having a stroke.
やっぱり綴りの通りジョーダンです
Konnichiwa to
ね。
Mahama Blend, who is joining us all the way from Japan.
Oh,
I believe it's something like 3 a.m. So
he probably fell down on his keyboard.
Always love the dedication of our Japanese flight sim community, who many of them will actually get up, set their alarm clocks, and get up at a crazy early hour to be able to join us on community flying. Friday for us, Saturday morning, very early Saturday morning for our Japanese players.
そうですね。
Actually, a flick roll. It looked horrible. Or at least it looked horribly inconvenient for pilots.
So as I was saying, I've never personally been to Jordan. I have been to the Middle East before. I've been to Turkey back in 2011. But yeah, that's the closest I've come to this part of the world. But Allison, you've been to the Dead Sea, haven't you?
Yes, I have, but from the Israeli side.
Yeah. Well, and as you can see on my point of view right now, that is the Dead Sea to our 12 o'clock that we are currently heading towards. A couple fun facts about the Dead Sea. It's saltiest sea in the world. And did you go swimming in the Dead Sea, Allison?
I have floated in the Dead Sea because you
Yes.
have to do it, right?
Yeah. It's so salty that it makes humans trying to swim in it extremely buoyant. And so, Allison, why don't you describe for our viewers the different techniques that you would have to use to float rather than swim in the Dead Sea?
Oh, do you know what? It's been so long since I did it, but it's almost like wading in treacle at times. It feels it doesn't feel like water. It just doesn't. But I was able to lay back and read a book.
Just floating in the water. You were able to...
Just floating in the water. Yeah, it's very, very. Yeah, you can't. Yeah, it's very hard to sink. There's so much salt.
Yeah, really looking forward to our flight today. Hoping the scenery is going to look great. Enjoying it so
風が
far.
あんのかなこれ。もしゃかしゃって
And hello to LCF who's in the chat. Welcome in.
体調の飛行機と挙動が合いませんな。
Elkin David says, when I was there, a guy took a dive, reddest eyes I've ever seen, but he shrugged it off. You can't say you've swum in it without taking a dive.
He was close his eyes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to check that you don't have any cuts and everything before you get in.
Yeah.
It will sting. It will sting.
We'll get cleaned up.
Yes. Yeah.
やっぱり岩山みたいな国です
So,
ね。
folks, this is totally unrelated to our flight today, but it's a personal anecdote I want to share. I was at pub trivia last night, and there was a visual question. It showed 3 aerial views of different airports around the world, and the question was you had to identify the city that those airports belong to. Oh, look at this. I've got Allison now in sight as well to my 11 o'clock. There she is, Alley Katz.
BF108 っていうのもいいのかな。
And so the pub quiz question, the 3 airports, and we got them just because I've got so many hours playing Microsoft Flight Simulator, and I've been to all 3 of these airports before, and so I recognized them from the sim. They were Vancouver International, YVR, International, Zulu Hotel, and then Princess Juliana in Saint Martin. And I don't remember the ICAO code for that one. Someone in chat will know it, but yeah, those are the 3 airports from an aerial view, and I was able to correctly identify all 3 of them just from Microsoft Flight Simulator. So paid off at Pub Trivia. There was another question actually in Pub Trivia that's very relevant to our flight plan today. The question was, what landmark in Jordan was used in the movie Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade?
Ah,
where it was
Indiana
the mythical
Jones.
home of the Holy Grail.
Last Crusade.
I'm sure almost all of you in chat will know that one.
Indiana
Yes,
Jones
it was
3
of course Petra.
ここで撮
And
っ
we
た
will be flying
ペ
over
トラ。
Petra
ああ、
on
な
our
る
flight
ほど
plan
ね。
today. And we'll be using
古
the
代都市
freeware scenery mod from Jeppesen
今日は
2001. Who is here in the chat?
運営
Shout
の
out
お
to
すすめに
Jeppesen,
従っ
and
て
thank you for your freeware mod.
フリーシナリ
So
オ
we'll
入
be
れて
using
きまし
that
たよ。
on today's fly-in.
古代遺跡、古代都市って書いてある。
But for now, we're coming up on the Dead Sea, which you can see there at my 12 o'clock. Switch over to Allison. I think she's a little bit closer to the sea than I am.
Yep.
It's not really a sea, is it?
Well, it's a lake. I mean, technically, the Caspian Sea is also a lake. Someone in chat, I actually don't know the answer to this. Maybe anyone in
プリセ
chat
ットの
will know.
皆
What is
さん
the
と
difference
明らか
between
に
an
風が違う
inland
な。
sea and a lake? Like, why is the Dead Sea called a sea and not just a lake?
I know that the German language has it the other way around, right?
Is it because I mean I don't know. I'm just
私の
guessing.
世
Is it
界は
because it's salty?
右から風が吹いて
Well,
ます
that's what
ね。
chat seems to be saying. But are the Great Lakes in North America, are those freshwater or saltwater?
I think it's fresh because it's mainly snow. Melting.
しかし、
But
ラ
yeah,
イブ
JD's
ウェザー
Noodle,
の
the
ロ
Great
マンには
Salt
勝
Lake
て
in
なかった
Utah
っすよ。
is salty, hence its name. It's a lake. So yeah, I don't know. It's one of those. Again, there's
Apparently they're
another question. What's the difference between a bay and a gulf? I honestly don't know.
Yeah, maybe just size.
Yeah.
It's the same as what's the difference between a ship and a boat? I mean, ships are bigger than boats, but where is the line?
Oh, I actually know that. I know the different. I know the definition of that one. A boat can go on a ship, but a ship
Yeah.
can't go on a boat.
Yeah. I mean, but I can have a very little boat on my boat. It's not a ship.
So it's dependent on size, water type, how it's formed, and whether it has a current or not.
Oh, okay. So you've looked up the definition, Alison.
I have, yeah, absolutely. Because I was like, oh, I don't know. So
That's
saltwater
all we
only
did.
is a sea,
That's
but
not
a
lost.
lake is freshwater, saltwater, can be saltwater and brackish. Seas are natural only, lakes can be natural and man-made. Can be millions of square miles for a sea. The largest lake in the world is 143,000 square miles.
Okay, so I'm seeing in chat the difference between a gulf and a bay. People are saying bay is smaller than a gulf. Well, yeah, but so Hudson's Bay is huge. Hudson's Bay is bigger than a lot of gulfs in the world. So again, it's very inconsistent. Surly Dev says the Dead Sea is not actually a sea, but a salt lake. So it's a misnomer.
There goes my is it salty freshwater out the window?
This scenery in Jordan is superb. Just flying past the Dead Sea here. What a beautiful part of the world we're flying over today. All right, now I'm going to turn on to a southerly heading, and we're going to fly down the western coast of the Dead Sea. So of course, over yonder to my 3 o'clock, that's the Israel side of the border, and then on this side, this is the Jordan
スピッ
side.
ファイア。真っ黒黒のスピッファイアだ。
Yeah.
There's more populated areas at the moment as well.
Yeah, that is just some beautiful terrain below us.
まあ、スバラーズじゃなくて、キトプローブかな。
Hotels and swimming pools all on the Jordanian shoreline.
It's a nice top-down view from Allison. By the way, just a quick announcement, if you're wondering why Allison's screen is letterboxed with black borders, it's because she uses an ultra-wide monitor.
I do, I know, right? I just like having a big, you know, view of my aircraft and the scenery in front of me. It's just, sorry.
I'm actually, yeah. I'm still waiting for the double 4K.
What kind of GPU will you need to drive a double 4K ultra-wide?
Well, the fun part is actually none that is out yet because the current ones, even the Core-i9 still has DisplayPort 1.4. Anyway, but it can only drive 8K. This one is up to 60 Hz. So if you, I think the Samsung G9 will be out shortly. So it will be like 144 Hz. So now currently there is no GPU hardware which you can actually drive it to its full storage.
Yeah. So we're a few years away, I think, at least from that. I am SimPilot says, hi, my wife has enjoyed to see you all. Well, hello to I am SimPilot and your wife. We're happy to see you here joining us.
Nice wave.
Ricard says, I made a paragliding flight here back in 2009. Unforgettable memories on the Israeli side. Yeah, so that's over there to our west on 23 o'clock as we head south. There's the Israeli side of the Dead Sea, and then here's the Jordan side, which we're flying over now. Yeah, these mountains look beautiful below us too. Well, let's take a look at Peter's point of view then and check out the live weather. Yeah, even then, you get a nice cloud layer there. Jefferson says there are a couple of Easter eggs hidden at the Petra scenery. Let's see if you can find them. Well, I'll be flying over it. Peter, I know you're kind of a semi-pro with the drone cam. Around there. You know, we give, we like to call him not a real pilot because he flies drones and not airplanes. But on days like today, we actually for his drone skills.
Dark Star.
He would be super pro at finding the Easter eggs in Petra, I'm sure.
Dark Star のそばに隊長は
Yeah, definitely not his charming personality.
Sim Tom.
No, we love Sim Tom. We miss him today. And Jane as well, who unfortunately could not attend.
And also, are you all going to FS Expo?
Well, the Flight Sim team will be at FS Expo. We've got a confirmed booth on the show floor, so anyone who is there attending as a guest, be sure to stop by and say hello to the team. Allison, you're going, right?
I am definitely going. Yep. Really looking forward to it.
Peter, you are not going, if I remember correctly.
Probably not. Right. I must receive an authorized refuse, but
yeah. I saw Evan from the Flight Sim Association announced either today or yesterday, I can't remember exactly when the release came out, that there are fewer than 200 tickets left for Flight Sim Expo. So they've got very good attendance this year. You'd love to see it.
really busy.
Yeah. Throwing79 says, unable to fly today but didn't want to miss the stream. Well, glad you were able to at least watch along and enjoy some of this beautiful scenery. Here we are from Peter's point of view, flying today's stream is in recognition of yesterday, May 25th, which was Jordan Independence Day. Case Fence, yes, you absolutely can fly with us. Type !fly in the channel, and that'll give you a link to our flight plan. We're on the Southeast Asia server. If you just look for the Dead Sea on your map, you will see all kinds of green airplanes, and that's where we are. Version of FS Expo, still very quiet here on that front. Well, Peter, there are some European flight sim events you've attended in the past.
Yeah.
Not specifically in the UK, but on continental Europe.
Yeah.
What can you tell our viewers about those?
That's mainly focused on more private parties showing off their flight sim. There are a few companies. But it's nowhere near as big or popular as FS Expo in the US. It's not a whole other level.
Now, Alison, you're from the UK. Are you aware of any British specific flight sim meetups or conventions?
Not off the top of my head, no.
Surly Dev asks, is there a keyboard shortcut to quickly turn nameplates on off? Yes, there is. Watch. I can do it. I've rebound mine.
うわ、ごめんなさい。ぶつかっちゃった。
Just go into your keyboard
かもしんない。
do a search for nameplates, and you'll find it and be able to bind it to whatever key you want. Someone in chat may know what it is by default.
大変申し訳ない。
Backspace is the default? Okay. I bound mine to Alt/.
Backspace work for you?
I don't remember. I think I was using it for something else, though.
I got
I think
a
about
decade.
120 guys, so
Hercules.
should be.
My ground speed is 121 currently. Indicated airspeed of 114. Is there a key for nameplates on Xbox? Yeah, you have to bind it though. So go into your controls and just do a search for nameplates. And yeah, you'll have to bind it to a control, but it is in there.
あれこの人最初はあれでオスプレイって飛んでたのに。
The presets are all there with various peripherals. But you actually then have to connect the keyboard to Xbox.
Oh, look at this. I've got both a Halo Pelican and a Spruce Goose on my tail, and a Spitfire and a Dark Star. Yeah, I've got a whole menagerie. An A320. I've got everything under the sun flying behind me right now. Look at that.
ラベルがついてるとすごい大混雑に見えますが、ラベルを取るとこうです。まあ、これでも大混雑は大混雑ですね。
I've got my VL3 perfectly trimmed. I can just fly hands off. Again, no autopilot, but fly totally hands off right now. I've got it trimmed so perfectly.
じゃあちょっと低空にご挨拶に行きましょうか。しかしあまり
What Hotesh am I using? I have the
Thrustmaster
Thrustmaster Warthog stick and throttle, and then the Thrustmaster TPR rudder pedals. Peter Allison, what are you using for flight controls?
Today, using my Honeycomb Alpha Bravo and currently my Cytec pedals. I never could get the TPRs to work, sadly.
Really?
Yeah, I had all that. I had loads of disconnection problems with it.
Oh, yeah, I did too, and they went away on their own. I can't remember what I did. Maybe I think I might have used a different USB port, something on a
これが死海っていう死の海っていう湖ですか。死海文書とかやつですな。
Oh, that is true. You've got your fair share of
Yeah, I actually had this rudder check emote that my viewers would use to remind me to check to make sure my rudder pedals were working. But yeah, that problem has since gone away. I haven't had that in months. It's not a year.
Well, I set them back in the end, and yeah, I'm waiting for the Charlies now.
Yeah, I was very lucky. We in partnership with Honeycomb, they gave us 2 pre-release prototype Charlies. I shouldn't say they're prototype, they're the actual final design, but they're pre-release copies of the Charlies, and we were able to use those at the Reno Air Races last September. We had the Microsoft Flight Simulator team had a booth set up, and yeah, I got hands-on, or I guess feet on, more appropriately, time with the Charlies, and yeah, very good piece of hardware. If I didn't own the TPR already, I would definitely consider making the purchase of the Charlies. One thing I did notice, and if you see reviews online, all reviewers will comment the same way. They're physically very large and very heavy, and Honeycomb themselves will tell you that is a purposeful design feature. One of the bits of feedback they got when they were doing focus group testing with simmers was that a common complaint about existing rudder pedals in the market is that they slide around on the floor too much when you use them. And so for the Charlies, they specifically made them very big and very heavy so they don't slide around on the floor. So that could be a pro or a con, depending what your perspective is on that.
It's a pro, because the TPRs didn't have to shift around. I was going to mount them on a board in the end, because they did move around on my carpet.
Yeah, so I've got hardwood flooring in my home, and so I put rubber feet on my TPRs. There's, $5 from the hardware store, and stuck those to the bottom, and that gives them a lot more grip and traction, so they don't slide around anymore, which is nice. But yes, this is the end of the Dead Sea. We're now continuing on towards our first touch and go airport. We're going to cross the mountain range, and then do a touch and go, and then from there we'll head to Petra, which I think should be the highlight of today's tour.
Ah, 街だ。この主要産業は何なんでしょうね、ヨルダン。
Oscar Juliet 39er is that the first touch and go?
I think that sounds right. It's several waypoints ahead of us still, the way to cross the mountain range.
Yeah.
You can see on my MFD, it just has the airport name, King something. It does not have the ICAO. In the chat, I can see a plane at negative 1,200 feet. So are we below sea level here?
I
believe the Dead Sea is below sea level.
Really should, yeah.
Yeah, I thought so too.
Oh,
look at this Spitfire flying in formation to my 8 o'clock position. Has there ever been a plane, I know this is very subjective, chat, but you tell me, has there ever been a plane that has smoother, cleaner lines, just a more beautiful plane to look at than the Spitfire? What a gorgeous aircraft. Concorde? The Dark Star. Well, the Dark Star is fictional, or is it? The Concorde
コルドがいる
Yeah, I mean Concord's very pointy.
It's a tough one, isn't it?
The Vision, oh yeah, the Vision Jet is a beautiful plane too. Yeah, that's very honest. It's kind of going like vintage Warbird to like ultra modern.
Yeah.
The AN2, that's kind of a bit of a hot take. I would not describe the AN2 as a beautiful looking airplane. I'd say it's very utilitarian in its design. Great for what it did and what it was designed to do, but I wouldn't say it would win any, beauty pageants. But everyone's so again, it's a very subjective thing, and everyone's going to see that differently. Slyboy 808 says the A10. Well, interestingly enough, the A10 had a reputation as being a very ugly aircraft. Hence why it got the nickname.
隊長のリバリーが最初と違うやつ。
I'm a bit biased, but I do like the Lockheed Electra.
Oh yeah, that is a good one with its all metallic finish.
Yeah, twin tails.
Oh, the Stagger Wing, says Joy. Yeah, oh, Stagger Wing is a good pick. Yeah, that is a beautiful plane too. Actually, I've got a bit, of an unorthodox pick here. I mainly like it for the livery. The Airbus Beluga XL.
So fair.
That's one of my favorite planes to look at.
But yeah, the Concorde also certainly has really increased its overall design.
Multiple world beds. My favorite would be the Vulcan. Moreover, for its howling engines.
Yeah, definitely a lot of passion and romance around the UK's V bombers. Look at this, beautiful formation flying behind me. I've got a huge pack of aircrafts of all shapes and sizes, and everyone's just sort of in a neat group.
And a steerman alongside me.
Oh, let's take a look.
なんか区切ってあるのは何なんでしょうね。また一応
Wonderful plane to fly then.
Well, as we make our way to our touch and go and then on towards Petra, why don't we talk a little
Touch
bit
and
about
go.
Jordanian
Touch and go.
Independence Day.
あれかな
So this came as a result of World War I, where at the end of the First World War, lots of maps and borders all over the world were redrawn, including the end of the Ottoman Empire after several centuries of Ottoman rule in this part of the world. And so the Ottoman Empire was broken up following the end of World War I, and at first the territory that is now present-day Jordan was under British control, and then over time Britain ceded control of this territory, and Jordan became a sovereign and independent nation. And their Independence Day is recognized on May 25th, of course yesterday's date.
あ、ほら、銀色のスピットファイ。銀色じゃないのか、これ黒っぽいのか。ちょっとバッチリリバリーだな。
countries in what they call the cradle of civilization.
これも美しい飛行機ですって。
Yes, we do fly over the mountain.
スピットファイア多いの結構飛ばしやすいからな。
Currently at 4,900 and should be fine at this altitude. Do I pre-fly the fly-in to fully check out the scenery? You know, I used to. There was a time where I did that every single week. And it got to the point where everywhere I decided to fly, it looked great. So I basically have stopped doing that. So this is my first time flying with you today. This is my first time experiencing this flight plan. Obviously, I've been to some of these before. In fact, I think as a group, we actually started a flight when we did our Suez Canal tour a few months ago. I think our flight's origin airport was our final full stop airport today. So, you know, we have visited some of these places before, but yeah, I don't do the full 2-hour flights as a practice anymore, although I used to do that a while ago. I guess it's a testament of how good the scenery is in Microsoft Flight Simulator that I no longer feel it's necessary to do that. And as you can see here, boy, these mountains look fantastic. Oh, I'm entering IMC on a VFR flight plan. Gonna get a nasty phone call later. Don't do this in real life.
So normally it would be 180 meter.
Yeah. Well, normally I would descend below the clouds.
So you have received it.
Yes. Well, no, I've got plenty of altitude below me.
これもリノのエアレースの
No, no, no. I would start descending before I entered the cloud.
D6 敵さん。
Yes, I would avoid the cloud. Trivia question. Amman is the capital of Jordan. What was its ancient name? Ooh, that feels like something I should know, and I don't. I know present-day Baghdad was formerly Babylon. What was... Anyone chat with that? Green Homeboy said it used to be Philadelphia. Is that true? Philadelphia sounds like it was like a Greek city at one point. Oh, Captain Rush says yes, it was Philadelphia.
Really? Well, there's been human civilization in Jordan for over 200,000 years. So it's had Hellenistic, it's had Roman, it's had Muslim or Islamic influences over its time. So,
2人横に乗れない。
So okay, here's a question for Captain Arash. Was it called Philadelphia because of Alexander the Great when the Greeks conquered this area?
2人乗れないぐらい細い気がするな、この飛行機は。
Because that does Philadelphia to me sounds like a very Greek
多
name.
分タンデムで2人乗りじゃないですか
it
ね。
was third century BC. Ptolemy II, Philadelphus, pharaoh of Ptolemaic Egypt, named it Philadelphia.
Yes, okay, so that's part of Alexander's conquest then.
It is, yes.
突然ジョイントストライクファイター現れる。さっき空中衝突中申し訳ないことをしちゃった人ですね。
Here's, speaking of, Ptolemy and Alexander the Great, this is always a fact that blows me away whenever I think about this. Cleopatra, who was pharaoh of Egypt roughly 2,000 years ago, she, if you've been following present news because of the Netflix series, Cleopatra was descended from the Greek Ptolemaic dynasty in Egypt following Alexander the Great's conquest. When Cleopatra ruled Egypt 2,000 years ago, the pyramids were ancient to her. So Cleopatra actually lived closer to the present day than she did to the construction of the Great Pyramid.
Isn't that crazy?
That fact always blows my mind.
Yes. I mean, there will be a moment in time where that isn't true.
Yeah. Well, in another 1,000 years.
Somebody is with me in that case.
The Great Pyramid was built roughly 5,000 years ago. So when Cleopatra was ruler of Egypt, the Great Pyramid was already 3,000 years old.
1800年前。古代都市。世界遺産じゃったっけなって書いてあったかな。この前まで知らなかったんですけどね、ペトラって。ただ、調べてみたら、ツイッターでよく流れているなんか古代都市の写真と一緒でしたよ。
Yeah, terrain here is fantastic.
一緒でしたっていうか、それがペトラでした。知らなかっただけで見たことはありました。
Question for chat. I know we've had a few people who have identified themselves as being Jordanian. Do we have anyone in the chat who is either from Jordan or has visited Jordan before? Oh, look at that spruce goose very close behind me.
Breezer.
Says if you want to visit Jordan, you must visit Rum. It's a desert, but most of the science fiction movies they make it over there because the sand color is almost red. Oh, so it could be like a stand-in for Mars, for example. Body room was the location for the Martian. Yeah, that makes sense if the sand is red.
It was, yes.
高度4000フィート。タッチングはどこでするんじゃ。これか？インヤハブ。
Feels like a twitchy, heavy, strong messaging. It's really difficult to control, so you do need proper joystick when you have that sensor also.
イスラエルも飛んだことないな。
I've got to learn to fly a helicopter at some point. I need to do the story of Jennifer Murray, the first woman pilot to take a Robinson R-44 around the world solo with no autopilot.
My parents met her when she was on her round the world journey.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I would have met her too, but I was at flight school actually at the time, training for my PPL. But yeah, when she stopped in the part of Canada where my parents lived, my father actually did some work for her in terms of local publicity.
Excellent.
All right, we're gonna make a 90-degree turn to the east here and cross the mountains.
You must be way behind me then.
Yeah, already crossed that.
Oh, you already crossed them? Okay, wait, take a look at my MFD. That's where I am.
Hold on. I'm currently on the diagonal leg.
Okay, are you heading towards the airport?
ー気持ちいいですな。生成するぜ。
Are you doing 90 knots?
Well, my ground speed is 124.7 knots now.
That's more. Not deploying flaps because they're basically RTX 60.
There's like a large pack of planes behind me, then I've got another, there's a separate large pack over here to my 9 o'clock.
Quite a packet.
Hey, Hamman, welcome in. Nice to see you.
あれこの前極ギアで遊んでくれた人だ。スーパーホーネットがまた速いのに乗ってますな。もうそんな時間か。了解。了解でやんす。
All right.
Nice.
閉店だ。切れるなよ。
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, we usually like to have our guest, whenever we have a guest in the stream, read out all the locations. Gotta give you a task.
峡谷じゃいいとこじゃな。
She did it, perfect.
Oh no, you did a great job. IKEA to the next airport. Anyone recall offhand? We're about to do a touch and go there. We're not that far away.
Oscar Juliet 39er. Oscar Juliet 39er.
Thank you for that.
オスカー・ジュリエ
You're
ット・
welcome.
リーナイナ OJ39 なるほど。
Excuse me for drinking a cold drink, it's just boiling here.
Yeah. So, according to my phone, it's 24 Celsius where I am right now, which is not too bad. That's kind of like a nice, warm, comfortable temperature. Unfortunately, my apartment does not have air conditioning.
ライアンってスピードセントリスじゃないのかな、見えないな。
Floor-to-ceiling, south-facing windows. So I get all the daytime sun, and it turns my apartment into a greenhouse. And with no air conditioning, it basically becomes a sauna.
Yeah. Well, we're in the UK, we don't have aircon.
Or 24 degrees temperatures.
No,
Fair.
but you know, anything above 15 is game. It's hot,
Right?
that's holiday.
Yeah, that's summer.
Yeah, I'm
It's
the same way. Like,
15 degrees at midnight, we're down the beach because we're not going to get it again.
yeah, I mean here in Canada, 15 degrees. I'm wearing shorts.
Exactly. I'm wearing shorts as well.
わあ、落ちるかな、落ちないかな。
Yeah, last year wasn't fun.
C17
No,
輸送機かな。
no, that was pretty hideous because our houses are built for temperate winters, not
Right.
scorchio summers.
But we usually catch all the sun we can get. Suddenly that's way too much.
Yeah.
サンダーボルトはどうした？
Oh, F's in the chat for Charles Farmer, who says, "Oh, it seems you can dump your food fuel if you hit the wrong button."
Oh, really?
What airplane?
DC-6, I think you can do that, right?
Oh, yes, you can do that for sure. Absolutely.
Yes, yes, yes. AC is one of the ones which- and the DACCU, actually, that's one. Here.
Yeah, let's switch over to Peter's point of view. There you go. Go ahead and show that off again.
technology. That's good old Arctic Turn in chat as well now.
Oh, hey Arctic Turn, nice to see you.
Buenos tardes.
I'm still one full way away.
Oh, actually, I was waiting. I got corrected on radio.
For what?
I requested level 3,000 feet. And she said Sagan a level, and I said 3,000. And she said no. Oh, she said Roger 3,000.
3?
Yes. I had too much in my
Wow.
Yes.
You know, in all my hours of real life aviation talking on the radio, I have never once heard anyone other than a very novice student pilot who's going by the book say
地球
3.
は広大ですな
Any air traffic controller or any experienced pilots, I've only ever heard them say 3. Never
She
3.
explained. You could hear in the tone of her voice that she was correct. Right. Very subtle. Okay, 3,000.
すげえ砂漠とは
You say 5 or 5?
I said 5, but I do say 9er. I usually do say 3 actually. Because
台風がおる
supposed to be right. So usually we're also we're pronouncing it correctly. But this time I was actually not thinking
お
about it.
治ったなカナド
So I will always say 9er, and I'll hear everyone else say 9er. But I will personally not say tree, Fowler, or Fife. And again, other than very novice student pilots who are just going by what the book says and don't know any better yet, I've never heard anyone with any kind of experience in aviation, whether they be a pilot or air traffic controller, say tree, Fowler, or Fife. Even though by the book that is the correct radio pronunciation of 3, 4, and 5.
治ってね
I see if I
治って
said
ない
say
だったら
3,
下
say
向いちゃ
4,
った
say 5, they'll understand
キ
what
ャ
you mean.
ナドが
Can you? But she was. I mean, in all fairness, it was less clear, right? Especially with the radio, the connection was good. So 3 is not more clear than because the will just create noise instead.
ドイツ空軍ですねルフトバッフェ
The same for Dutch actually. There's no.
あマッチだ
You know, of all the languages in the world to become the dominant lingua franca for the global population, why did it have to be English, which is objectively a horrible language to learn?
It almost was Dutch, but then we sold it. Does any other language actually have it? Very good.
あれ2機いる
Oh, the numbers in French. Woof.
Ah, you mean the higher numbers?
Yeah,
The
like,
higher numbers. Oh,
like,
can you?
like 80 in French is
Yeah, yeah,
420s.
yeah.
Yeah,
420s.
So 97 is got the 97.
yeah, yeah. 420s plus 17. That's how you say 97 in French. It's like
でっ
not
かい
only do you have to
トラッ
count,
ク
you
に
have to
人
do
が乗っ
math.
てるようなもんです
Yeah, actually, and English grammar is ridiculous. Well, the pronunciation, however, also is
remember when I was in Germany trying to teach or trying to help someone with their English homework who they were a native German person.
NX さんの62
because the way that they were taught English was the way that we in England were taught to speak German.
NX
We just
2000
natively speak
Excelsior
the words, we don't understand all the things that they were trying to be taught. So I was rubbish and heckled for not being a very good English teacher by being English. Shame spiral. There must be an airfield ahead.
Got a lot of planes in front of me, also on this long straight-in final.
あ、燃料いっぱいするの忘れとった。もういっか。あと半分ぐらいの工程だから。
Gear
ど
down.
うだろう。
Gear down and locked.
Right with practically all the hybrid cockpits is that the buttons are too similar.
They didn't really focus on reading the labels.
Well, you see here, if you go to my screen, the fuel pump and the AV master are the same buttons, right?
Oh, they're colored differently. Oh no, sorry. No, not the red, not the red one. Yeah.
Oh, not the red. That's the electric master. And that's
Yes, gotcha.
Those two are. So it has happened to me that when they said, "Okay, fuel pump's up," I just switched off the AV master.
Oh.
All the screens went, and the radio and the intercom. And I mean, the moment you press it, you say, shit.
Yeah.
Switch back on again. But the fact that it can happen is pretty dangerous because it probably will happen in an actual emergency situation.
Yeah. When you're worrying about lots of other things.
So for an engine fire, for example, you
My
just,
God.
right?
Yeah.
Chance you just actually shut up the AV master and lose communication, situational awareness. It's pretty simple.
Okay, I'm on very short final. Two red, two white on the fasten steering. The Jane Stallhorn. I swear it makes all the difference. There's something psychological about it that makes me land better. Alright, and rotates. Flaps take off, positive right gear up. Alright, and making a right hand turn, 180 degrees almost to the west to get back on course. Did I replace the stall sound? No, Captain Rash, I have a button that I can play like that. Peter, you have us one as well, don't you?
I do.
Legendary.
That being said, we do have an XCOM where the stall sound is replaced.
Now, was that a Wombi mod?
That was the one.
Yeah, that's very on brand for Wombi. Not Squawk Mode Tango. Yes, this is the MSFS official Twitch stream. I'm CDL, community manager for Microsoft Flight Simulator, and joined today by two fantastic co-hosts, Peter and Allison Johnson.
Hello.
Peter is part of our regular panels here most weeks. Allison is a guest joining us for the first time in a few months, but not her first time on the channel. And not Squawk Mode, this is an open event. You can fly along with us. As you can see, all these other planes Jetsons joining our flight plan here. !fly in the chat. That will give you a link to today's flight plan. We do this every Friday, same time, same place, and we always go to a different part of the world. This week we're in Jordan because yesterday, May 25th, was Jordan Independence Day. So in recognition of their national holiday, we're exploring Jordan today. Next week, sneak peek, by the way, next Friday is the birthday of, I'm going to say a name, and let me know if any of you know who I'm talking about. What is this person's claim to fame? Next Friday is the birthday of Sir Frank Whittle. What is Frank Whittle famous for? Anyone chat know? I know you know this, and Allison knows this as well. Yes, chat knows it. Frank Whittle was the inventor of the jet engine. And so in honor of Frank Whittle's birthday next week, we're going to depart from his hometown of Coventry in the UK, all in fast jets.
UK
And then we're going to fly to the Lock Loop in Wales.
来週はあれかな、イギリスかね。
That's going to be a super fun one. Unlimited Bagels lives in Coventry. Unlimited Bagels, you should find if there's a blue plaque at Frank Whittle's former home in Coventry. And if so, you should take a photo of it and post it on our forums.
Loads of people come Coventry today.
Basically, it's unlikely that we have even two people on the same page.
So we're currently en route to Petra. Allison and Peter are still a little bit ahead of me.
Route to Petra.
We are using Jefferson's add-on scenery.
行くでい。古代都市を見に行くでい。キットフォックスっていうの多いな。キットフォックスっていうの買った方がいいのかな。
Okay, so my next waypoint is 29 nautical miles ahead.
いいんだよな、このキットフォックスって。
It just says custom.
多分本物じゃないのが見えてると思うんだけど。
Yes, first waypoint after the airport. 29 nautical miles ahead.
HZ の方見たことないけど。
I'm 18.
Yeah, so Peter is furthest ahead.
Okay,
He is.
Throttle down a bit.
I'm 2 miles behind you.
キットフォックスっていうのはちょっとあれで
Oh, I
フ
think
ューチャリストに入れ
I
とこ
acknowledged this person last week, but to my 12 o'clock hello, we have Gunners Forever 25. F's in the chat for Arsenal's season this year in the Premier
Good day.
League.
I couldn't possibly do that.
One of the most
ペトラへ
tragic collapses for Arsenal supporters.
ペトラッチョへ行くぜ。
It's touch and go whether my team will stay up in the Premier League or not. We'll find out Sunday.
Who's your team, Alice?
Bad to say, but it's Everton.
Ooh, yeah, they're having a
Rubbish
really rocky
is the
season.
answer. They're rubbish. They've had a rubbish season. But we've not been very good for several seasons now. So.
Leicester City is potentially going to get relegated as well. Which is
Everton win and Leicester win, Leicester get relegated. I know, Nova King, I'm doomed, I know.
What's the next
I've
waypoint, CD? Oh, sorry.
Hey Matt Lee, good to see you. From Bermuda to the Azores in a Cessna.
こういうのは昔川が流れてた後なんか
transatlantic.
ね。
That's wild. Peter, there, if you look at my
どこちゃ
MFP,
みかおった。
again, it just says custom for me. I don't have a number on it, but that is the next waypoint.
So what's the significance there? Because obviously go straight on the Petra really, and it's almost half the day we turn up from there we go back into the mountains.
Petra.
I think I was using some of the Petra scenery. There's more than one POI in Jefferson's Petra add-on, so I was visiting all of them.
There's the monastery, Petra, the treasury, the great temple, the amphitheater. There's loads there.
これはアクロバットチームのリバリーかね。
Oh, that's your point of view looks fantastic there, Peter, with the sun to your 12.
It's pretty nice.
Low on the horizon.
Bit of clouds, not too much. Inspire on my 9er. It's life is good.
That is beautiful flying weather right there.
Dove c'hai Petra? Petraccio.
If you have this in real life, you almost forget what it costs.
Worth it.
Worth it.
Oh, F's in the chat for Alex, who just got called into work and has to leave. But nice to have you here, Alex. Sorry you couldn't stay to the end.
Flight simulator, buddy.
Well, I hope you don't get called in then.
I don't get called in, but it can happen. But you will be directly aware because I have this pager here. Yeah, when it goes, it will make a lot of noise.
So this actually is my job. So you know, if I get called into work, it's because I'm actually doing my job right now.
That's streaming.
Yeah. Peter, we're getting some comments about how old school you are to have a pager.
Yeah, well, the alternative is that you can. So the problem with this, first true, yes, it's pretty old school with the pager, but it actually needs alternatives. So we have
Spitfire.
takes turns into being on standby, so we can just key in the pager. The alternative is to have a phone, but when the phone, or when you get page in the middle of the night, like 3 a.m. or 4 a.m., which is possible, and you don't want to answer the phone. So actually, when the pager hits, you can just get out of bed, take a quick shower, and then call back. And also, those guys at the other end don't need to have another phone number every week, and now everybody has a pager connected to the same pager. So this is just people switching off or on whether you're connected to the as well. So this is the least intrusive way for both parties, except that you have to carry a pager.
You would think, though, that there would be, with smartphones, like a virtual pager app.
So that's I actually have that one for the
CC19 っていうのをよく見るんだよな。
It's not 100% guaranteed that it actually works because sometimes that app will get locked out for no apparent reason, or it will get killed by Android for no apparent reason. And it's finicky.
持ってない飛行機が多すぎる。
So we
多すぎる。ちょっとずっとフォックスはチェックしましょう。多い。
Saw a comment in the chat earlier saying it's a long weekend in the States, so I better not be called into work. Yeah, it's Memorial Day on Monday. Last weekend was a long weekend in Canada Day. And by the way, this is of interest to Allison. I had no idea. This was something I literally just learned yesterday. So last Monday, 4 days ago, was Victoria Day in Canada, which I learned is only a Canadian holiday. It's not a British holiday. I would never have guessed that.
No, we don't have that holiday. We have a long bank holiday this weekend as well. For the late spring bank holiday they call it, but Whitsunday.
It's Whitsunday and Pentecost, right?
Yes.
Next Monday, yeah.
So I have no idea. Maybe someone in chat knows, but I have no idea why Canada has a holiday for Queen Victoria. but the UK does not. That seems backwards to me.
I think you liked her more than we did.
Well, she was queen when Canada gained independence.
Maybe that's why.
Maybe that is why, actually.
We apart from the coronation we had recently and the day of the we don't have days off for the Queen or King's birthdays or anything like that.
Oh, look, Super Typhon just points out, is Twig drunk or are you on the front page again? It shows 2,500 plus viewers. Yeah, I'm seeing almost 2,900 viewers right now.
Ooh.
Are we on the front page right now? Someone take a look at twitch.tv.
Goodness good.
Welcome in to all the new viewers who are joining us from the Twitch front page. If you're not familiar with this channel, I'm CDL, Community Manager for Microsoft Flight Simulator. Joined by two guests today, Peter and Allison Johnson. And we're flying today in Jordan in Microsoft Flight Simulator. Yesterday, May 25th, is Jordan Independence Day. And in recognition of that holiday, flying en route to Petra, right?
ヨルダン独立記念
UNESCO World Heritage Sites.
ジョーダン
many of you may be
Independence
familiar
Day
with, very
なるほ
famously
ど
appeared in the movie Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. Petra is the
Indiana
ancient
Jones
city that's
3
carved into the stone wall.
最後の
appeared
聖
in that
戦か
movie
な
near the
ラスト
end,
クルセイ
is the hidden location of the Holy Grail. But it is, it's not, it's not just fictional. It's not just a Hollywood thing. Petra is a real-life historical location.
来週やるらしい、来月かな。インディ・ジョーンズ新作やるらしいですな。読んでもだいぶおじいちゃんだけど大丈夫かな。
Yeah, we are, yeah.
インディ。
So please let me know when either of you have Petra in sight. I'll switch to your point of view. Make sure we get some good shots of Petra.
Right. Slowing down.
Okay, Surly Dev has some Victoria Day facts for us. Canada celebrates Queen Victoria's birthday as a national holiday known as Victoria Day on the Monday preceding May 25th each year. There are a few reasons for this. Historical significance, Queen Victoria played a crucial role in Canadian history. During her reign from 1837 to 1901, Canada went through significant changes and milestones. Queen Victoria's birthday was widely celebrated in the British Empire, including Canada, as a way to honor and commemorate her long and prosperous reign. As a former British colony, Canada has maintained strong ties to the British monarchy.
こうやって見てると世界に1しかいないように見えますが、後ろを見るとこんなにいます。あ、あれかな、ペトラ。なんか旗が出てきましたよ。古代都市ですよ、多分。フリーのシナリー入れときましたからね。公式の運営のおすすめのやつ。フリーアドオンシナリーよ。古代都市が拝めると思いますよ。古代の都市。Ancient City.
POIs that he created. I know there is a very famous where in the movie where Harrison Ford and Sean Connery ride horses at the end through that.
ショーン・コネリー、やっぱりインディ・ジョーンズ3だな。ショーン・コネリーもかっこよかったな。
Jefferson says head towards that canyon, Peter, in a drone if you can.
Yeah, let me first.
Enable autopilot.
Yeah, but then it will just go through
Oh, right.
So we'll just crash on.
That looks like a safe spot for landing up ahead to your
Right?
I think it's there down below us. There.
Oh, Allison, do you have it in sight?
Nope. Different part.
おお、横切ってった。
Once again, to all the new viewers who are coming in from the Twitch.
There's the amphitheater.
Oh, you got it?
There's the amphitheater there. Oh, is that it there? I think it's there, just underneath us.
おお、
Right, okay.
すごい煙だなんかと思ったら。 ジェットの
This
配
is
置
an
だ。
open event, open multiplayer. If you go on my point of view, you can see all these other planes flying behind me. These are live players in multiplayer mode.
隊長と入れ替わ
Everyone
った
is
いつの
welcome
間
to
にか
join
見
this
てる
group
人が。
flying. You can type exclamation mark fly in the chat. That'll give you a link to all of them. And we do this every week. You're always welcome to fly along and join these flights. PC, Xbox, or Xbox Cloud Gaming.
あ、ここら辺だな。
Open event available to
旗がいっ
everyone.
ぱい立ってるから。
And if you are on Xbox Cloud Gaming, if you have an Xbox Game Pass or PC Game Pass Ultimate,
行くや。
you don't even need to install Microsoft Flight Simulator.
世界遺産
From the
世
cloud.
界遺産日本でも世界遺産に登録してるって言われると素晴らしいからね。
Joining us right now, whether you're on PC Game Pass Ultimate or Xbox Game Pass Ultimate via Xbox Cloud Gaming, works fantastic. You do need a gamepad for it to be compatible. Apparently, PC mouse and flight sticks are not supported, but I know the Xbox platform team is working on adding other peripherals as supported input devices for Xbox Cloud Gaming.
The opposite. Is that it there? There, in the wall there. Da da da.
There's the amphitheater. Yeah.
And it's just off my wing right now. Look, there. Petra.
Go to
Petra
Alice's
down
TV.
there. It's there. You can't really see it, but it's just there. I'll come round again.
ペトラザなんとか。
Cloud gaming is not available everywhere, but it's available in a lot of countries. I don't have the full list, but you can search for that online. Just search for Xbox Cloud Gaming, what countries and regions that it's available in. And it's cloud gaming is fantastic. I'll tell you why. There's a lot of countries in the world where we're quite fortunate to be in North America or Western Europe, where socioeconomic conditions are such that we can afford to buy high-end gaming PCs or Xbox Series X, Series S consoles. There are a lot of countries and regions where the local economy, those consoles or gaming PCs are prohibitively expensive, and so most people can't afford those. But everyone has a smartphone, and cloud gaming is compatible with iOS and Android. And if you're an Xbox Game Pass or PC Game Pass Ultimate subscriber, you can enjoy all these great titles via cloud gaming on your smartphone, which you already have.
It's there, look. Oh, you've missed it again. There we go. It's literally to the right hand side.
Yeah, oh yeah, there it is. I see it. Yeah.
You
There's
got
the
it?
amphitheater, and then there's the...
Yeah.
Yeah, just
Nearly.
to the left of the amphitheater. It looks like.
Yes.
So see,
これも古代都市館ね。うん
That's right, Jefferson, right? It should be left of the amphitheater.
Says there are 4 sites in Petra: the Treasury, the Amphitheater, the Monastery, and the Great Temple. Now, if I remember correctly, the Treasury is the famous one where it's like carved into the stone wall.
Yes.
Yeah. And these add-ons we're using today to showcase the scenery in Petra. This is all freeware compliments of Jefferson 2001, who was in the chat today. So thank you, Jefferson, for creating these and distributing
Should
them
be
free
there, right?
to the community.
There. It's literally just there, look. Whoops.
Oh.
Install Addison Johnson. Install.
Do you need me to be on your screen, Allison?
No, I'm good. I'm good. I avoided the rock. Or nearly stalled it.
I've got one of the historical sites.
いやーなんか楽しいとこだの。
That's the temple, we think.
Yeah.
Anyone in chat? Has anyone visited Petra before? Okay, come back to Peter's POV.
あれなんか大神殿みたいなのがないぞ。どこにあんだ？あ、これか。
No, that's not the treasury. The
Tsuge.
treasury is very distinct looking. You'll see it. If you find the amphitheater again, look at the amphitheater and then just translate left, and it's adjacent.
I think you have to go
俺たち
through
み
that
たいなやつじゃ
canyon.
ないか。
It's the narrow canyon, Jefferson, right? All that way through the thin canyon. Go through the thin canyon, right, Jefferson? Thin canyon, deeper in. So turn left. Now go through the canyon. Keep going up through that thin canyon.
あ、なんかここにもある。これがこうか。
It's in there on the.
なるほど。やっぱさっきのあれがあれだな。あいつだな。
There it is, there.
And there it is, and there's some camels there. Look at that. And yes, there's the famous treasury in Petra. So again, a lot of you probably recognize this from Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, but it is a real location. It's not made up for Hollywood. This is a real building that's carved into the stone mountainside in Jordan.
あ、これだ。
UNESCO World Heritage Site.
ユネスコの国際遺産だ。知ってるな。
Anyone is a fan of the Civilization series, I know I certainly am. Civ 6 Petra gives you a really nice bonuses if you're playing as a desert civ.
こんなとこの岩のどうやって削ったんじゃろう。
by Jefferson on this series.
昔の人っていうのは根気が良かったんじゃのう。これか。
Isn't it cool?
よくツイッターで流れてくらビビった。
Yeah, see if you can join inside. I don't know how Jefferson will probably be able to tell you how far inside you can go. How many details are there.
なんだあれ。なん
The
か変な
man,
も
the
のが
myth,
見
the
えた。
legend that is Jefferson 2001.
これ何？
Since my aircraft is slower
駐車場？
than Allison and Peter's,
なん
I'm
だろう。
actually continuing on our flight plan here. So you'll probably catch up to me later. Generally on a southeasterly heading towards the Red Sea and our final. Actually, we have one more touch and go, and then our final.
We
stop.
do.
Some pretty nice names.
Oh, let's take a look at the camels again. Now, Jefferson, were the camels, was that a stock feature in the Flight Sim SDK, or did you model those, or find someone else to model them for you, in Blender or something?
Pretty sure they're not stuck.
こうなの。
You modeled all the assets. Oh, wow. Nice job.
It's more like the Astro. Yes, the Astro is actually very well suited for this exploration.
Sweet Homeboy says you must visit Petra at night, full of candles and music. Oh, that sounds amazing.
あ、なんかここの下にもあるんだ。
I mean, there are candles here.
夕日や。こんなとこ見えねえや。
More night?
さっき入ってすげえ細いとこだな。
Yeah, change your time of day, Peter. Like,
飛
so
行機じゃちょっとなかなか難しいね。おいか。あ、これ。まあいいや。
Once again, to all the viewers who are joining us from the Twitch homepage, welcome in. Nice to have you here. This is the Microsoft Flight Simulator official Community Fly-In Friday live stream. I'm CDL, Community Manager for Microsoft Flight Sim. And we're in Jordan today as part of our Community Fly-In. Yesterday, May 25th, was Jordanian Independence Day. And so in commemoration of that national holiday, we're visiting Jordan. But we do this every Friday, same time, same place on this channel. And we visit a different part of the world every week. Love to explore the entire planet and see different regions, different cultures. Talk about history, talk about music, art, geography, architecture, you name it.
これか、ああ、ひっくり返っちゃった。これは四輪駆動のあれじゃないと来れないの。
Currently turning southbound towards the next airports for touch and go.
めっちゃ楽しい。これはこれで楽しいけど。 これは無理だな、いくらなんでも。おい、これじゃ、うわー、ゲーデバー。
If you are an Xbox Game Pass Ultimate or PC Game Pass Ultimate subscriber, you can start playing Microsoft Flight Simulator right away. You don't even need to download it or install it or anything. Just play it via Xbox Cloud Gaming. You can launch it from the Xbox app on your PC or directly from your Xbox home screen on your console. And even if it's the last gen console, like an Xbox One, that will support Microsoft Flight Simulator on Xbox Cloud Gaming. And you can be in the air flying with us.
いいとこじゃったな、これはやっぱ古代都市ペトラすげえな。シナリ入れててよかったな、楽しかったな、やっぱ。古代都市ペトラ。
These are open community events. Literally everyone is welcome to fly along. It doesn't matter your skill level, your experience level, or your platform, whether you're on PC, Xbox, or Xbox Cloud Gaming. Everyone from the community is welcome to fly along. As you can see from my point of view here, you can see dozens of planes behind me. These are all multiplayer, members of our community, people in the chat flying along with us today.
こんなところまで来てこんなん見たら
there behind us is
なんか感動するんやろな、やっぱ。
Halo series that is available.
なるほど。
Flyable aircraft. So for all you Halo fans out there, if you ever wanted to fly the Pelican, which I believe Master Chief himself never gets the opportunity to do so, you can do that in Flight Simulator.
これが古代都市か。
It shouldn't be a touch and go on a highway. It should be a legitimate airport here. But I don't have it in sight yet, so maybe it is like a dirt strip or something. We'll see as I get closer.
It's quite a way away, the airport.
Yeah, I'm 12 miles from the waypoint, and then I'm not sure. It looks like the waypoint is relatively close to the airport.
Oscar Juliet citing 39
my
now.
TCAS is greeting everyone right now. Oh, I'm sure it is.
No.
Yeah, if you have a TBM, you actually need to set it to standby. Otherwise, you'll get quickly and constantly throw up the autopilot.
やっぱ峡谷地帯は飛んでて楽しいっすな。PC21 どっちが来ても見えるはず。
Look at this. Here's an interesting terrain feature. We got a discoloration on a small strip. If you're wondering how this happens, this is the aerial and satellite imagery that Microsoft Flight Simulator uses to generate terrain mapping for the entire planet. Sometimes the aerial imagery was taken at different times of day or in different weather conditions, and so they're slightly discolored like this. And every now and then you will see a glitch like this.
They do color correcting, right? So
Yes, the team can manually go in and fix these.
Yeah, but also the AI itself does do color correcting. Sometimes it's too
It's not 100% perfect.
It's a highway. It's really a highway runway.
Is that ever update? Yeah, whenever we release world updates. Now again, they're obviously focused on specific countries or sometimes a specific region of multiple different countries. But we get the latest available terrain data that is on the market, latest and greatest, and then the same for any kind of photogrammetry that's available as well. The next update is City Update 2 coming next month, and that's going to update several cities in France that currently do not have photogrammetry. It's going to add photogrammetry to several French cities, so very excited for that. Heard a while back that the King of Jordan is a pilot. I believe that's true. In fact, I think he's a military fighter pilot. Or at least he was at one point. Probably not now, but when he was younger, probably when he was a prince, not the king. Anyone know if that's true? And if so, what kind of aircraft? Mirage, maybe? Is that correct? Did Jordan buy Mirage fighters from France? Someone in chat, I'm sure, will know or be
I think they've got F6. So the first female Jordanian fighter pilot flew an F-16.
Elkin David is saying F-16 and Gregor as well. Yeah.
don't think it was that long ago, was it? Like only a few years ago.
BF108
Sabah
BF108
Tabanabiyat
のファンがおるんだね。
But I can't remember which year it was. I'm sure it was in the 2000s. Can't be that long. Let's have a look up.
Yeah, big victory for women's equality in the Arab world. A woman fighter pilot serving in the Jordanian Air Force.
2020.
20, so only 3 years ago.
Goblin Zeus, that is 100% correct. We are doing City Update 2 in France specifically because of the Paris Air Show at Paris Le Bourget Airport. That runs June 19th and 25th next month. World's largest and most important aviation industry event. This is where the major aircraft manufacturers like Boeing and Airbus will sign multi-billion-dollar deals with their airline customers.
Switzerland is having a smoke drill. It's outside.
Go back to Peter's point of view then. Oh yeah, look at that.
Spraying ice naturals. Silver image lens.
Smoke on.
Smoke off. Do a barrel also see.
Well, PC21, that is aerobatic certified.
Right? You get to do
PC21 さっき言ったけどどこ行っちゃったんですか。
So we are landing on a road.
一遍集会で乗ったけど
Interesting. It showed up as an airport on the.
ずーっと寝てたのでどんな飛行機かあんまり分からずじまいでした
Yeah,
な。
but it's called the I'm not going to get this right now. The Al
highway.
Kuwait Highway Strip.
Yeah. So what they actually do, I know that might be a military emergency airport scene. So in times of distress, they can quickly convert that piece of highway into a landing strip.
Okay, so I guess this is it at my 12 o'clock here. This long, straight patch of highway.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna full send here. I will try to do a touch and go on this highway. This may not end well.
The
Alright, you're
focus.
down. Alright, gear is down and locked. I'm flying the JMB VL3, which is one of the stock aircraft included in Microsoft Flight Simulator, not a paper plane or anything. And it's a beautiful plane to fly, one of my absolute favorites in Flight Sim. Ooh, there's a lot of traffic on this highway. Look out, drivers. I'm coming in.
Watch out for the power lines.
Yep, they're to my left. Should be fine. It's looking kind of bumpy.
You've got this.
なほあそこに降りるのか。
Ooh, this is not looking smooth at all for a nice, easy landing.
See, the last part you really had details like half a mile waypoints. Very nice.
Ooh, that was a smooth touchdown. I'll take that one. Considering the bumpy highway conditions, uneven surface.
ボンベイハイウェイ。
Now, can I take off? Full throttle?
I think we have another 20 minutes of flying ahead of us, right?
And rotate, positive rates.
Probably.
Jet TV is saying I landed on the wrong highway. I'll be the judge of that.
あれか、アルク
I'm
イ
gonna say I
ラ
landed
ハイ
on
ウ
the
ェイ
right
ストリップ。
highway.
ハイウェイストリップ。
2000
the waypoint, it is actually 6 nautical miles ahead of where I am. Oh well, I'll do another touch and go then.
Yeah.
これがハイウェイなのか。7メートル。7メートルけど。
Yes, the right highway has white lines in the middle.
Which makes sense.
So my GPS is saying it's 5 nautical miles ahead of me now.
So you just randomly landed on the road.
Yeah, randomly did a touch and go on a Jordanian highway in the middle of the desert.
Best navigator ever.
It was a challenge. Challenge accepted and completed. Achievement unlocked.
It looked like the right bit to me, CD.
It did, didn't it?
Yeah. Based on the map and everything. Yeah, yeah.
Well, my GPS is now saying it's 3.8 nautical miles ahead. It still looks like the same patch of highway. I'll switch over to my POV here again. So 3.6 miles, and it should be visible, but this highway doesn't look any different.
ヨルダンも右側通行。
So you're saying it's right after a turn in the highway. Okay, well here's a turn in the highway. I'm gonna head to my 12 o'clock. Yeah, well, it shows up as just highway strip on my PFD. Now it's saying it's 2 miles ahead. I mean, I don't see anything that looks like a dedicated runway here. You know what? It's probably this patch of highway right after this curve in the road. This is the landing area. Yeah, Alka Davis says.
おお、ジェット戦闘機が。おお。あ、大佐だったな。きっとミッチェル大佐。
Alright, gears down and locked. Okay, here it is. I'm gonna do another attempted landing here. This is less challenging because this is a nice, smooth, flat surface. This is compared to what I just did. This is easy mode.
This made more sense, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, head on with an A320 right there.
This is actually a surface where a jet would land.
Got loads of cars on it though.
Yeah, that's
Alright, flare. Okay, that was smoother still. Again, because the terrain was flat. Flaps to take off and full throttle. And rotates, positive rate gear up. How do you get what? I don't know. I just made a flight plan from the world map and just added waypoints. I didn't specifically add that. I didn't even put altitude information in. I just waypoints. Yeah.
車が走っとるじゃん。
It's fine.
It's fine.
ハイウェイストリップってそういう意味かよ。
Oh, look at this. I've got Alien Blender going vertical in an F-18. Right there, see that?
ゴールなの？
And there's another good close-up view of the Halo Pelican flown by Edarin. Sweet Homeboy says there's a thin line here that's the border between Jordan and Israel. The right side is Israel.
ちゃうか、さすがに。
So we are immediately on the border here.
違った。戦闘の持ち上がり集団でも来たような気がするけど、体調は見当たりませんな。
Oh yeah, I think because we're going through a mountain pass, and you know, you don't need to follow the waypoints exactly. I think this highway you can probably just follow. This will take us directly to the final destination airport.
Look at the screen. It's just
Yeah, I think I did that so if anyone was on autopilot, they wouldn't crash into a mountain.
Oh, okay. Alright.
In fact, I might descend a little bit here.
Yeah, let's test your accuracy.
Go below mountain top level here. Oh, I think the waypoint or the flight plan is saying don't follow the highway. We're actually going to go through this mountain pass off to the west.
お、なんかえらい視程が悪くなってきたと。悪くなってきたと。
Yeah, see in chat, Jaden just did the command exclamation mark Discord. We do have a Discord server if you want to hang out with other members of the Microsoft Flight Sim community. Peter, you're one of our mods over on Discord. What can you tell our viewers about the atmosphere, the type of conversations that happen on the MSFS official Discord server?
All kinds of
うわ、真っ白白だ。
support channels, right?
にゃんにも見えね
Based on community, all volunteers there. We have a few general channels, discussion channel about specifically tech and hardware, discussion channel about specifically Microsoft Flight Simulator, and as always a general channel which is mostly just insane. And we have over 70,000 members currently, so usually there's always someone online to help you. And yeah, I hang there out a lot. It's pretty nice place to be.
Great community.
Yeah.
We love our flight sim community. It's such a positive and wholesome group. I think I'm making a bit of an assumption here, but I think because there's kind of no competitive player versus player in flight sim, it's all just everyone fly together, everyone have a good time, everyone just be very welcoming to each other. We have a very wholesome flight sim community, and certainly those of you who attend our Fly-In Fridays every week. This is definitely one of the most positive vibes you can have on Twitch, in my not so humble opinion. I love the community we built here and all of you who join us.
あ、こ
for
こか
Fly-In
キング
Friday.
フセイン国際か。ファイナルは。ファイナル
Pretty
とか
special.
ゴールってい
The
うか
Flight Sim community.
そういったものは。
This is nicely.
お、あんなのまで飛んどる。みんないろんな飛行機で飛んでるの。
You're in golden hour now.
愛を感じるの。
And for any first-time viewers who came in from the Twitch homepage,
おお。
Microsoft Flight Simulator, if you're unfamiliar, has the entire world
びっ
mapped,
くりした。
and you can fly anywhere in the world in real time. most popular destination for first-time pilots is finding your
お
own
お、
house.
俺もびっくりし
That is by far the number one thing people want to
た。あ
do.
れ隊長なんかもしかして隊長の飛行機の
And in almost all cases, you can find your home. It is there. It's in the sim.
その東大に俺も上がったような飛行機もちょっと面白いよね。
All right, I'm going to do a Star Wars canyon run here. Descend at full throttle into the canyon.
うん。
I'd actually have to throttle back a little bit so we don't overspeed and overstress my aircraft. Captain Rash says trivia info for non-Arabic speakers. Al, which is seen in front of many Arabic words, is the equivalent to the in English.
Since I'm fine.
I've got a big pack of planes all descending into this canyon with me. It's awesome.
I'm doing some scud running in the canyon as well.
So if we take a look at Allison's POV. Yeah, look at that.
Oh, nice.
And then, yeah, look at this big gaggle of community members. Oh, including Dr. No Thumb in a pit special. I haven't seen Dr. No Thumb in a while. Welcome back. Nice to have you here.
Ah, there's Eagle Costello of Switzerland in front of me, and there's a Spruce Goose canyon running. Would you believe it?
Amazing.
Short final.
Okay, we switched to Peter's POV.
さあ、真っ白白になってきました。というか、他の飛行機についていかんと、どこがゴールじゃん。あ、ゴールがそろそろ見えるんだな。
Oh, you're not gonna play it yourself?
Oh, okay.
There it is in stereo.
失速警報の真似。
All right,
キング
very
なんとか
close to
国
exiting
際
from the
の
canyon,
方か
and then turning
King
onto a
Hussein
straight and approach for our
Kusaika.
full stop landing. When will the Jane Stallhorn be available in the marketplace? Well, at least for
Yeah.
PC, I think Wombi has made it as a mod that's available.
Not sure.
かなり指定が悪いですが。
I'm not sure. No, I know he gave it. Not sure whether he posted it.
So there's our destination. Falcon, you ahead or behind me?
Probably. I can't see you.
ねね
Oh, I've got
But
you
I
in sight.
think
I actually do have you in sight. There you are to my kind of 11 o'clock high. So you are ahead of
Right.
me. So let's
So
switch to
just
your
ahead of you.
switch to your point of view and watch your landing, and then we'll switch back to me.
Oh dear, oh dear.
Bringing up the rear.
Stuart Zeus often plays along with me on my
キ
streams.
ングフセイン国際か
Apologies to all you DA45s. This is the first time I've flown this in like.
Run away!
Oh, the DA40 is a great
ど
plane.
こに
It's like,
降りる
if you can fly a Cessna or DA40 is even
Run
easier.
away!
reckon?
こ
Oh, I
ん
think
な
so. I mean, there's no
コース
complex
か
engine controls. It's all
Bim,
SpaceX.
bim,
One
bim.
throttle controls everything.
ここに着陸するぜ
G1000
俺は
autopilot
ランウ
is
ェ
avionics speeds.
イ
Where's the elevation? 174 feet. Right,
降りるで
174.
でんでんでんでんでんでんでんでんでんでんでんでん
A bit over time, but it's not the worst.
No, not too bad. We spent a lot of time touring Petra.
We did.
Yeah. And worth it, in my opinion. And once again, thank you to Jeppesen 2001 for creating that freeware scenery and giving it to the community. Goblin just says the scenery is so beautiful here. Yes, agreed. This is It's been one of my favorite flights in a while. I really enjoyed our flight today in Jordan. Some fantastic scenery here. The desert and the mountains, and of course Petra was the highlights. And you know, going back 2 hours now, the capital city of Amman was really cool to fly over as well.
It was just non-stop.
Yeah.
Hope maybe our flight here today might inspire some people to travel to Jordan. Go on holiday there sometime.
ポールとニキーちゃんのか。全然離れてたから分からなかったけど。最後はじゃあ、大佐とその仲間のところでフィニッシュするか。パーキングブレーキ。おお。
A little bit hot.
注意してる。もう乱れとる。いいとこでしたな。テトラ。今日も楽しかったぜ。ありがとうございました。今週もいいとこだったの。このいっぺん切った時にコンピューターが落ちちゃうもんだよ。なんとかしたいの。フライトシミュレーター。でかいのが来たぜ。